we are here for the June stats of 2025. Okay, so let's get into it here. And we're going to start with, of course, our Hillsborough County, number 1. So let's see what's going on for the month of June. Again, these stats are for single family homes, and I'm going to cover all 4 counties. We're going to go Hillsborough, we're going to get Pinellas, we're going to get Manatee, and of course Sarasota, the 4 big counties over here in Tampa Bay, and of course the areas that I cover as well. Anyway, make sure to like and subscribe so you get these notifications, and we do these every month, and then of course all my other fun videos as well. So I hope you're staying tuned and watching. All right, anyway, here we go. Hillsborough County, here we go. I say that a lot. Please ignore me today. All right. So our closed sales for Hillsborough are up from last year, 6.1%. So we're at 1,472 for the month of June. Our median sales price is actually up from a year ago, around $440,000. But the average sales price is actually down. So that went down 2.3%. So it's around 573 for your average. All right, active inventory is up 25% from a year ago. So that's pretty much in line across the board this year. We do have a lot more inventory than we did last year. But new listings for the month of June are actually down compared to a year ago. So down 8% actually. So 1,686 new listings right now. And our time to contract is going up. Again, it's summertime, so we're very slow here. We're very sleepy in the summer. Not a lot of people are active. It's just too hot and nobody wants to be out here buying homes. However, with that said, we're still up from last year. So we're getting even slower. Right around 28 days-ish to get your home to contract. Again, take this with a grain of salt. When I say 28 days to get your home into contract, that means that it is in the proper condition for the price. And that means your home was priced properly right out the gate when you listed. If you're overpricing your home in today's market, you are doing yourself a disservice. I know everybody wants to say, oh, I'd really like to hit, this much money for my house. Let's just list it a little high and see what we get. There's always that one buyer. Really? Well, there's a lot of inventory. Did I not just tell you active inventory went up? Yes, we have a lot more inventory from last year. Our buyers are savvier and they know they can get a good deal. So you have a lot of competition, and unfortunately it's hitting the sellers hard. So you have to really, really price your home properly. So please listen to your real estate agent when they're telling you what the market's doing and where you should price it at. We're in the business to get your home sold and under contract quickly. Not to let it get stale on the market and then you get upset and say, what are you doing? You're not selling my home. Well, when you're overpricing it, you're shooting yourself in the foot. So, all right, that's my little soapbox on that one. So that's Hillsborough County in a nutshell. Moving on. All right, jumping over to Manatee County. Manatee is definitely a lot slower over here compared to the northern Tampa area. So we're over here in, Parrish, Palmetto, Bradenton, over here. And closed sales are down 3.2% from last year. So around 705 closed sales for the month of June. Sales price and average sales price both have gone down from last year. So prices are dropping. Again, that's what I keep trying to tell the sellers. You cannot list high. Otherwise, you're going to be price dropping. So try to price it right out the gate so that way we can get you under contract much quicker. We do have 792 new listings, up 2.9% from last year. Again, more inventory. Active inventory is 3,196, up 27% from last year. Lots of competition out there, especially in Manatee. It's really, really hard to sell an existing home or a resale home, especially with all the new builds going on right now. There's a lot of new construction in Manatee County, so that's the biggest competition right now. So if you've purchased a newer home in the last couple of years and now you're trying to resell it for whatever reason that is, maybe you have family issues, you need to go out of state, maybe you have a job transfer, whatever that is, it's going to be really hard to sell it for what you paid for it, especially when these builders have amazing incentives. So if this is a situation you're in, give me a call, let me know, and let's discuss what options that we have. But just know it's going to be a little bit tougher with that other competition coming up against you. And then median contract time has actually gone down from last year, which is actually amazing. But it's still higher than pretty much everywhere else. So we're sitting at about 56 days to get your home under contract in Manatee County. All right, so going over to Pinellas. And Pinellas is a pretty hot market, always is, always has been. And we are up 7.3% from last year, so more sales, 938 for the month of June. Median sales price and average sales price also went down from last year. So those prices are leveling out. We're stabilizing homes a little bit. Yep, down 11% in average sales price and 6.9 in median sales price. Down with new listings though for the month of June, only 1,169, but active inventory is still up as a whole. So active inventory up 31%. We're at 4,070 there. And time to contract is also up from last year. So another 22 days. So again, slower market. So even though Pinellas is still moving and lots is selling there, we're sitting around 36 days before that home gets under contract in Pinellas. And, you know, it's a tough market. All across the board, no matter what county you're in, it is a much tougher market when you're selling. So let's just do those upgrades. Let's get that house clean. Let's do all the things that are going to make this buyer go, wow, this home stands out. In a sea of 4,070 homes, how is your house comparing to those other homes? You got to look good. You got to be priced right. So if you need strategy, you know who to call. This girl. Okay, finally, last but not least, Sarasota. Here we are. We are up in sales from last year, so $699 for the month of June. Median sales price went down to around $455,000, but your average sales price went up, not by much, only by a little bit. That's at $692. So a little bit of difference there. New listings also down for the month of June compared to last year, so 805 for the month. But overall, our active inventory, again, is up 23% from a year ago. So looking at 3,955 active inventory, and time to contract also up quite a bit. We're sitting at 60 days trying to get that home under contract. So patience is key, unfortunately, when you're selling right now. It's taking time. So unless you have that one home that is just like totally amazing and everyone has to have it, just give yourself some grace and some patience and just know it's taking time, you know? So around about 60 days for Sarasota County. All right, guys, that wraps up the inventory for the month of June 2025. Again, check back next month and we will see the stats for July. All right, see you then.